What's up, everybody? Hope everyone is hanging in there these days. I don't know about you guys, but I have kids that play sports, and my son plays baseball and little league and travel, and I know how much of an impact that's having around the world with kids not being on the field. So I figured I would call on the owner of a local place called Cheer Sports. And Joe, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the people what you do.
Hey everybody, my name is Joe Donatella with Cheers Sports here in Ashburn, Virginia. We're a sporting goods store, small business that we supply uniforms, gear, equipment to local leagues, high schools, colleges, and some pro sports.
Awesome. So, as everyone has been impacted by COVID-19, tell us a little bit about how you guys have been impacted at Cheers.
Well, with us, with our company, we supply all the uniforms and gear for sports that are either on a court or out on a baseball field. So, with the stay-at-home orders, obviously, kids are out of school. They're not on the ball fields. They're not playing basketball, baseball, softball, soccer. So the impact on us has been the inability to supply those goods and services to the local community for the athletics and those teams. So it's kind of put us at a little standstill and trying to figure out kind of a pivot on which way to go. So the impact is pretty big for us. But we're hoping, we kind of get through this and on the other end to be able to get the kids back outside. So that's a big thing for us. Once they get on the field, we're ready to go again.
I know my kids are going a little stir crazy, so I think
Yeah,
all parents are looking forward to kids being back on the field for a number of
exactly.
reasons.
Exactly.
Um, for those of us not in the apparel industry, give us kind of an idea or something behind the scenes that we may not know about, like where you get gear from and how they're impacted and how it kind of trickles down to us.
Sure. Well, everybody's used to working, well, we are anyway, working with our manufacturers who create, design, distribute uniforms for all the sports that we work with. And those companies are starting to have to pivot a little bit because as the work from home or stay at home rules are in effect, that kind of affects uh, the world as well, because we have manufacturers who have to shut down their factories and can't produce those jerseys, equipment, and those things. So what's happened with that is, for example, in Mexico, where a lot of our apparel comes from, they've had to kind of pivot to create an avenue for them to get gear out and put their employees to work. And they've kind of gone to making, the surgical masks that you see everybody wearing now. So instead of making your football jersey or basketball jersey, they're now making your either stock or custom sublimated masks. So we've kind of pivot a little bit. So instead of wearing that jersey on the front, they can now make those masks. So like Mexico, that's an essential part. They were smart to go ahead and start making those to allow the country to open up their manufacturing unit to be able to make those masks.
It's wild. Things you don't think about, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I saw on Facebook that you guys have a new community tea project. Can you tell people a little bit about how that works and what you guys are doing with that?
Sure. Community Tea Project is something that we discussed a couple of weeks ago to see how we can give back to the community. Me and my brother, we started this business over 20 years ago. We grew up in this area in Northern Virginia. We moved here in 1974. So there was really not a lot of what you see today. There was only two high schools in Loudoun County, or three high schools in Loudoun County when we moved in, and now there's 16. So what we wanted to do is try to help out the other small businesses which make this community what it is. So it's a community tea project. We call it Neighbors Helping Neighbors. And what we've done is create an avenue for local businesses to reach out to their customers and the community to be able to sell a t-shirt that will both help their businesses and other businesses create money or revenue to help pay employees, keep their doors open, and to keep their businesses viable. It's very important to us, being here for so long, that we want to support the community and the businesses as much as we can. So basically, what we do is we'll reach out to a business that we think would fit, and we sell a T-shirt for $19, and $10 of that T-shirt goes towards that company, and the other $9 kind of helps us cover cost on production, the shirt itself, and the online store. So we've generated an online store that people can go to. There's multiple businesses on there to choose from, and they can go in there, click on it, buy their shirt. And then what we do is we shut that store down each week. So this was the first week that we've done it. And we've got about 15, 16 businesses already. And that's continually to grow, because I think people feel that, as much as we do, it's important to support our small businesses in the county.
I love it. I will be in there today. I bought two myself. I think it's a great idea. And I'm all about community, and helping other people, especially here in the Ashburn area. So I think it's awesome what you're doing with that.
Sure. If you go to our website, www.cheersports.com, it's two S's in the middle and one at the end. You'll see a community tee button there that you can click on, and you can take a look at all the businesses that we have, and you can kind of go through, click on if you want to support one of those businesses. We hope you do. And then at the end of each week, we'll take all the orders, order the shirts, print them, and then they can either come by the store, pick them up, and or they can choose a ship option. If they want to pick them up, we have curbside pickup, so you don't have to come into the store. Just give us a call when you show up, and we'll walk it out to you.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, thank you for your time today. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Sure. Just want to say thanks for the opportunity to talk about the community and kind of what we do, but what's important for all of us to do. And appreciate you, Dan, doing this. And if anybody out there needs some realty advice or some opportunities, please reach out to Dan and have him take care of you over at Keller Williams.
I appreciate that, Joe. Hey, listen, you have a great day, and thank you for joining us.
Sure. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.